Hey guys, Kevin Cage back with another daily cryptocurrency update. Welcome to the channel. Like and subscribe if you like what you see, and let's get right into the information today. One take and uncut. So please watch every single video on my cryptocurrency playlist. If you have not at least seen, the most recent ones from this past month, hopefully you will learn something in every single video. I try to get a good nugget of information regardless while covering the news and adding my own twist on things and giving my own 2 cents. So again, this video is going to have some very interesting information, especially at the end, so please pay close attention and stay tuned. So right here, just to cover some additional news, Roses on the Moon shares this. Top XRP news. The SEC says the digitization of our financial system is here. They said the infrastructure is here. We know Jay Clayton already addressed this. And then next, we have a Moon wins regulatory approval to sell crypto ETPs, exchange-traded products, to the European Union. And I know we've covered them in the past. Again, right here, Swift startup, a Moon, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, wins regulatory approval to sell to retail investors. Even if we go on their website here with sixgroup.com, we can see that XRP does have its own ETP. So just something to look into if you guys are curious. Now, this is just, additional upside validating the cryptocurrency and at least digital asset space, and just wanted to share that. Next, Ripple adds key tools for developers building on the XRP ledger. Now, keep in mind, so Ripple's adding these key tools. Ripple, the company, and the XRP ledger itself is the plumbing, the infrastructure for payments in the future and today. Now, the developers could be analogous to sending more plumbers to work on the ledger itself, guys. So we have the plumbing, we're sending more plumbers, more developers to build, increase demand at an exponential rate in truly setting this foundation. And I feel like a lot of you are sick of me saying, oh, we're setting the foundation, we're setting the foundation. Well, guys, completely revolutionizing this payment space, it does not happen overnight. So either you have false expectations and you need to reevaluate yourself as an investor. And if you're looking to get rich quick, I don't know what to tell you. You might have to, start some type of network marketing thing or Ponzi scheme, because I have no advice with that. And I'm not crapping on network marketing. I'm just expressing my views. All right, so to follow up, and then new Ukrainian law says virtual assets can be used for payments. So again, we're going to get more and more countries like this, just like in the previous video I shared with Croatia, having more currency exchanges available as well. Next, fairly interesting. So we have King Solomon just sharing this. This is as of December 10th. Digitization of the plumbing and other aspects of our financial system, including payment transfers, etc., is here. And then as of August 2018, we knew this as well because we have the actual documents to support it. Jay Clayton of the SEC, the chairman, meets with Ripple on the same day as the United States Chamber of Commerce comptroller of the currency. So never forget, and we have, Chairman Jay Clayton's schedule right in front of us. And so take this as you will, guys. I'm not saying, oh, XRP is going to be used by the Fed or anything. We are simply waiting for regulatory clarity. I'm curious why they're holding out on us so long. So just keep this in mind. So this is in August of 2018. And then we can see they're meeting with David Schwartz, again, Chief Technology Officer, and Brad Garlinghouse. And then notice John Roscoe, I believe, Special Assistant of the President, White House Office of Presidential Personnel. Take that as you will. I'm just saying, this should validate Ripple. And I understand that you guys might be saying, oh, well, they're just, being consultants. But I think there's something bigger going on behind the scenes here, especially with cryptography and potentially the XRP ledger. So take this as you will. You don't see, Ethereum being listed here or, any other top cryptocurrency. All right, next, Matthew Linney sharing this. Swift being forced into eventually using XRP. Notice all the companies that are already preparing for the Internet of Value, the IOV. So as we take a look here, we have 15 application vendors confirmed to have a GPI-ready application. We already recognize a few of these. We have CGI, we have ACI, which transfers trillions per day. We have Finastra, which is also a RippleNet partner. As we move on through here, Universal Confirmation supporting application providers. We're seeing additional services. Look, Temenos, we have Oracle, FIS, CGI, Finastra again, and ACI. We know the partnerships. We've covered this on the channel before. If not, a simple Google search can show you the connections as well. All right, and then APIs are powering the platform revolution across industries. Whether that is Uber and Amazon, we know that they've been shared in many early on Ripple documents as well, and then just showing Sibos, which is Swift's annual conference. Now, what I want to show you is just a simple Google search of CGI and Ripple, even on Ripple's website, introducing CGI's Ripple-enabled intelligent gateway, April of 2016. Ripple and CGI are pleased to announce the successful integration of Ripple's distributed financial technology into CGI's payments portfolio. Guys, you better believe that this has to do with at least a gateway connection to the I almost said the Interledger protocol, the XRP ledger. Now, CGI's Ripple-enabled intelligent gateway is one of the first solutions in the industry to integrate Ripple technology. Boom. And it allows banks to send payments in real time across the globe. Now, keep in mind, this may just be Xcurrent, but it's still Xcurrent still uses atomic swap technology. So how easy is it really to set up on-demand liquidity from here? Very easy. Now we only sell on-demand liquidity. It's the entire service of RippleNet. We're not segregating products. We're not doing the X series of X Via, Xcurrent, and XRapid anymore, segregating XRP. When a client signs on RippleNet, we give them an all-in-one update and connection to everything, and they can use whatever they want. Customers will use whatever the cheapest is. We've already had the proof of concepts years ago. This is in 2016. Read between the lines. Next, we have Wrath of Conman, or Kahneman, I don't know how to say his name. Just looking, the document from Swift mentions Ripple potentially playing a role in trade finance, except it is 5+ years away from adoption. Fun fact, this document is from 2015, so 4 years ago. It goes on to thank a number of banks that have since then become RippleNet customers. We would like to thank the industry, and we see Barclays, we see Unicredit, Ripple Labs, RBS, HSBC, Deutsche Bank. And again, Deutsche Bank is one of those banks that are too big to fail. The world relies on them. So keep that in mind. They cannot fail. If there's a liquidity crisis, they need, I could say XRP, an extreme recovery program. They need something to serve as that immediate liquidity. And there's only one solution that I truly know that is actually sustainable and instant on-demand liquidity, and not just mere quantitative easing which is not going to solve anything long-term. We have Wells Fargo here as well. And again, this study, if you guys want, I retweeted this. Sources and all websites are here. And you guys can always, read through this as well. I usually just do Control F and kind of speed read through some things, make sure it's legit. And then again, the study was done by the Boston Consulting Group early on. So take that as you will, all right? And then Ripple ended up quoting them on their website as well. So I'm assuming it's legit. And of course, you can be pessimistic, but sometimes you just have to take a risk. All right, what does this mean? Swift early on commissioned to study. Let's see. Yeah, I already went through most of this. And then again, just tying in with, R3, Corda, with Marco Polo, Voltron, all kinds of other people that are building on the Corda, which is the open sourced platform, the blockchain platform of R3. All right, let's finish things off with this. So this is shared by Crypto Penny Co. Clear as day from Brad Garlinghouse, from Dilip Rao, and then Joel Katz, CTO of Ripple, aka David Schwartz. That's just kind of his pen name on Twitter. From Ripple themselves, cool your jets, and that's always what Dilip Rao says of Ripple. So 24 months, 24 miles. Keep in mind, some of these were released earlier this year, some were older than that, so let's just keep in mind when we're reading through this. So right here, to further fuel innovation, and increase adoption speed, factors including simplified implementation of regulatory clarity are necessary. These factors are highly likely to be met over the next 24 months given the competitive drive exhibited by survey respondents and the collaborative efforts of providers and regulators. So now they're saying 24 more months, 24 more months. Now, do you guys think that's when we see price appreciation? Or do you think that's actually when they're planning for complete global takeover? Granted, this was an older document, and there's different quotes as well. Let's see here, Brad Garlinghouse. I think the people who are focused on the hype is trying to sprint. Ripple is very much focused on the marathon, and I think we're at the mile marker 2 of the 26 miles. We have 24 miles ahead of us. So, of course, as a responsible CEO, you have to temper expectations. They said they're still at the beginning, and don't get me wrong, they are very bullish on XRP, but they cannot really show that because they do not want XRP to be associated as a security either. Right here, this is another quote directly from Ripple. Most importantly, we remain more committed than ever to the simple goal of making XRP the world's reserve digital currency. Now, what I could potentially see is maybe if there's an SDR basket with some precious metals, maybe some other currencies, and then XRP could make the cut as being in that basket of currencies. I just don't potentially see XRP being the sole digital currency. That, to me, seems impractical, but I would love to be wrong. I would absolutely love to be wrong, but right now, I just don't see it. And that's not what I'm relying on as an investor. I'm relying on utility. Right here, and then as I said in the beginning of this video, by David Schwartz, revolutionizing an entire payment system is not done overnight. So guys, straight from the horse's mouth, David Schwartz of Ripple, again, one of the original architects of the XRP ledger, and current CTO of Ripple, and he was one of them that has met. And yes, Ripple has also met with the Trump administration on, I believe, more than one occasion at this point, but it's all documented, and you can all check that as well. So right here, I did like what XRP Neo said, or XRP_Anderson. I view it as fully met globally in 24 months, but laws seem to be coming in not too long, like in Germany very soon. Now keep in mind, Germany just finally made effective on January 1st of 2020. Banks can custody digital assets. And also we have to pay attention globally. We are seeing even, not ACI, it was CLS. And they are, what is it, continuous linked settlement. They do primarily almost all of the settlement for the foreign exchange market. The foreign exchange market is fully decentralized, yet they come to them because they're, the best rates, and it is at least one of the main primary options that really grew quickly since when they started. And yes, CLS is connected to Ripple, the company, as well. I've shown that in videos as well. Now, the US is the most important one in terms of regulation, and that's harder to tell. But now I just saw that video of Jay Clayton, chairman of SEC, looking very pressured, saying it's coming. And yes, the thing is, we are in the right asset. Whether XRP is the sole means of settlement for the United States, I don't think XRP really has a use case domestically, but as long as we can get a slice of this pie of international payments, you guys, we're going to be beyond grateful, whether you own, 1,000 XRP or a million XRP. It really doesn't matter. As long as you were in this revolution, you're still, people complain about their bags and jealousy. I think that's so silly. You should not compare yourself to someone else. You should be grateful that you have XRP because there's so many people. I'm talking, we are literally 0.1% of the global population that even knows of this existing protocol and this, transfer of wealth that is coming upon us. This is revolutionary technology. I've been in so many things, and every time I'm like, man, I was a little late. I took advantage of starting, a little platform and organization company type of thing back in like 2015 with utilizing a lot more of Facebook ads, and I really wish I started in 2013, but at the same time 2015 was still great timing. Now the cost per click, all of these rates are going to skyrocket in due time, and at the same time we are blessed for the internet. This is free advertising, free platforms, free opportunity to create your own social presence. And I mean, there's just so much opportunity. People make excuses. And when you're investing in XRP, instead of waiting, what can you do to be proactive to contribute to the ecosystem? Whether that is learning about the technology, whether it is writing a blog, whether it is YouTube videos, whether it is, furthering your research and wanting to develop an application, whether it is even to solve a problem outside of, digital assets altogether. What can you do to be proactive instead of negatively commenting on videos, wasting your time? Because I can assure you, anybody that is successful, anybody that is going to do anything with their lives, they are not wasting their time spreading negativity. They're trying to do something and be proactive. What do you enjoy doing? Find a way to do that, and you'll never have to work a day in your life. Now, I'm not trying to get preachy, just sharing some food for thought at the end of the video. Guys, all I'm saying is there's so much upside. I am bothered by the negativity and the toxicity I see in the space with people attacking each other because of an investment. It is nobody's fault. It is simply the market. We will let the market do what the market needs to do. But until then, I'm simply holding. I'm dollar cost averaging. If you have enough, you don't need to be greedy. Lay back, get off YouTube, stay away from everything, let the space mature even further. When the prices start moving, you have your alarm on your phone for, a 5% bump, a 50% bump. It will come. And I mean, to me, there's no doubt about it, but for someone that might not have done research, might not have seen the previous bull runs, I get it. It's your hard-earned money, so I completely respect that. But guys, what helps me is looking at the fundamentals, and I know what is coming. You can see the parallels with the internet, and there's so much other tech and, revolutions that are coming as well. So I'm beyond excited for the future. But yes, I'm impatient. I wish that we already had some price appreciation. I wish we were over $1 at this point. I think anything under $1 is a complete steal for XRP. So as my budget allows, I'm still accumulating, and I'm not going to change my mind. So again, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. Anybody that likes this video, shares it around, always appreciated, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks.